Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's better. Welcome to the School of Public Health Fall 2024 Doctor of Public Health Commencement. Is my mic on? Let's see. Testing, testing. Here we go. All right. Should we start over? Good afternoon. Welcome to the Fall 2024 School of Public Health Doctor of Public Health Commencement and Hooding Ceremony. Today we're here to recognize and celebrate 5 graduates. We have Larissa. Maybe there's a problem with the mic. Yeah. On and then off.
Testing, 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 testing. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Testing, testing, testing. Like it'll come through, but it'll go short. Yeah. Testing.
All right, we're going to try this one more time. Welcome to the School of Public Health 2024 Doctor of Public Health Commencement and Hooding. Today we're here to celebrate the accomplishments of our 5 graduates. On, off. Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Until I start talking. Testing, testing. Okay. All right, well, I'll keep talking. Well, I'm going to continue, and if we lose the microphone, I'll try to project as best I can. So we're here celebrating 5 graduates today: Allison, Larissa, Sherry, Josephine, and Nikki. I really want to extend my sincere congratulations to all of you. Really proud of your accomplishments, and I want to invite all of us to really celebrate you as well. So please join me in congratulating our 5 graduates. Now, I can tell you that your admission to the DrPH program means that you were already a leader when you arrived here. I happen to know the people who do admissions for this program, and they're pretty picky about who they let into the program. I trust that the DrPH program and your engagement with faculty and peers in the School of Public Health has expanded your knowledge base, provided new lenses and tools for assessing complex and vexing public health challenges, and increased your understanding of why the work of public health is so critically important. While this is a day for celebration, I must also tell you that we have considerable work to do. You're graduating at a pivotal moment for public health. To share only a few current realities, a recent survey reported that parents who believe that it is very or extremely important to have their children vaccinated stands at only 69%, down from 94% in 2001. Only 40% say it is extremely important. In recent months, the federal agency known as the EPA, which exists to protect human health and our environment, has had its authority to regulate carbon emissions significantly diminished because of a Supreme Court ruling. The value of countless vitally important public health programs, initiatives, and agencies is today being questioned, and their federal funding is under threat. Access to healthcare remains out of reach for a sizable portion of our population, as does access to mental health services. If public health is not prioritized, health inequities will grow, with deleterious effects on the most vulnerable communities and subpopulations. In this important moment, I ask, who will protect the public's health? This is where the graduates raise their hands. Together, we must act to protect, promote, and advocate for the important work of public health. Your doctoral degree is likely to afford you a seat at many tables where decisions are being made. How will you use that seat? I hope that you will bring to that seat the knowledge and expertise you've developed in this program, but I also hope that you'll bring yourself, your interests, your lived experiences, your understanding of the needs of all those who you represent. In public health, we recognize that health is a human right, and the work of eliminating health inequities and promoting social justice is essential to everything we do. We recognize that an individual's health and well-being should not be determined by their race or their ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, religion, abilities, or zip code. In your work, graduates, you are the champions for those who have been placed on the margins of society. I'm confident that you will continue to fight the good fight, to embrace the challenges we face today and those that lie ahead. As you go about this important work, I encourage you to stay curious and open-minded, to engage those with different views, and to practice humility and compassion. Never forget to make time to care for yourself, to find joy, and to celebrate your accomplishments along the way. Go forward with purpose, with confidence, and with a commitment to the values of public health. I know you will continue to make us proud. Please join me in congratulating our graduates. At this time, I want to invite Dr. Harry Hyman, Director of our DrPH program, to the podium. Please welcome him.
I have to be careful because he put his paper here. I've got my paper here, and we use the same typeface and spacing. So if it starts sounding familiar, just kind of give me a wave, and I realize I went off script or got on the wrong script. Good afternoon. Thanks for fixing the sound system, Dr. Lynn. I appreciate it. As director of the DrPH program, I'm excited to participate in today's commencement and celebrate our 5 amazing program graduates, Allison, Sherry, Josephine, Nikki, and Larissa. You did it. Today you join the growing cadre of GSU DrPH graduates, some of whom are here to celebrate with you today, who've achieved this incredible milestone. I'd like you all to take a moment to look around and appreciate the many friends, colleagues, faculty, and family members who've shown up for you today, both in person and on the live stream. So just take a look around, yeah. Together with them, we're extremely proud of your accomplishments. As we work to achieve our school mission of preparing the next generation of public health leaders and champions for health equity, each of you represent a powerful example of what success looks like. Each of you already are public health leaders meaningfully engaged in the work of advancing health equity. Allison, have to track right. Your parents shared with me at your dissertation defense that when you came back from the Peace Corps, you were a changed person with an unquenchable passion for making a difference and for advocating for communities facing barriers to health and life opportunities. In your coursework, you brought in important insights to help me and your fellow students better understand the significant ideological divide and structural inequities faced by rural communities. Your dissertation work took you to much more of an urban focus, looking at housing, a critical social determinant, more specifically, the systemic failures of public housing policies as reflected in Forest Cove apartments, and both the immediate and continuing impacts on health equity. Your new role at CDC, working with prevention research centers, positions you well to continue this important work. Sherry. Don't worry, I'm going to get to each of you, so you're kind of waiting for, well, who's next? Yeah. When you started the DrPH program, it was clear that despite numerous roles and many years at CDC, you never had the opportunity to work in reproductive and maternal health, the area you are most passionate about. But you changed that trajectory. For your applied practice experience, you were able to work with Dr. Natalie Hernandez at the Morehouse School of Medicine Center for Maternal Health Equity, supporting their research focused on women who had severe maternal morbidity and near misses, women who almost died, and learn about their birthing experiences. For your dissertation, you were able to use their qualitative data to gain a deeper understanding of how Black women experience disrespect in maternal health settings and capture it in their own words. Critical work that will help inform how providers engage with women in healthcare settings and is already informing your work in your new position in the CDC Division of Reproductive Health. Josephine, I always pause, Josephine, Jojo, Josephine, Jojo. It's commencement, so we'll go with Josephine. As you've progressed in the DrPH program, it's been really exciting to see you spread your public health wings. Well, I know Dr. Spears was sorry to see her trusted research assistant leave when you went to your current role at the Georgia Health Policy Center. You brought a powerful skill set to your work at the Center of Excellence for Children's Behavioral Health, supporting behavioral health access for children and adolescents. Your dissertation looked at ways that telehealth can be leveraged to improve access to mindfulness-based interventions for racial and ethnic minoritized populations. Too often, advances in medicine and in public health exacerbate rather than improve disparities because we fail to address critical barriers to access. Your dissertation reflected exactly the kinds of questions we need to ask and answer to advance health equity and opportunities. Nikki, you had a previous career, but how fortunate we all are that you made a career change to public health. I think you set a new program record for time spent out of the country and for a number of countries visited while completing your dissertation. And that's a fact. Your work supporting PEPFAR in Europe and Asia powerfully informed your dissertation, which was a qualitative study looking at opportunities to advance HIV prevention and care for male sex workers and transgender female sex workers in Kenya, South Africa, and Thailand. Your focus on populations who are experiencing the greatest social disadvantage and stigma and some of the greatest health inequities captures what it means to bring a health equity lens. Stunningly, you didn't use that language, but focused on some of the most critical questions that needed to be answered. Last but not least, Larissa, it was clear early in the program that you needed to move beyond health services research, even if you were really good at it. Your work with tribal communities as a class project on a shared grant, through your applied practice experience, and through your dissertation, took critical steps to change the way that CDC and others collaborate with tribal communities. Your dissertation, done in collaboration with tribal health experts, developed a curated list of culturally responsive social determinant of health indicators for Alaska Native and American Indian communities. Your work modeled profound cultural humility, as well as critical ways that we in public health can demonstrate respect for community voice and leadership. It's clear that you will continue to do incredible work in this area. Each of our graduates today gives me tremendous hope for the future of public health and our collective work to improve health outcomes and opportunities. But I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the dark clouds ahead, some of which were mentioned by Dean Lin. The cast of characters nominated by the president-elect shows that truth is, in fact, stranger than fiction, and that truth and science are once again under attack. But the time for hand-wringing is over. Public health has never been a field for those who are faint of heart. We all must recognize the challenges ahead as a call to action, a time to reconnect with the passion and the why that gets us out of bed in the morning and led us to careers in public health. We must redouble our work communicating and making the case for the critical work of public health. And we must continue our work focused on removing the structural and systemic barriers to health and life opportunities, whether or not we frame it or label it as racial equity work. And we must make sure that ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to achieve their optimal health potential remains our guiding light, whether or not we explicitly name it as health equity. Despite the many challenges ahead, each time I celebrate commencement with our graduates, I have a renewed sense of hope. Our 5 graduates today truly reflect the leadership we need to make a difference and to help ensure a more just and equitable future for everyone. As you continue your journeys, I urge you to be bold, to be courageous, and to be fearless. And yes, that's a Daniel Griffin quote. Congratulations again to each of you and to your families. I'd now like to call on Allison, Josephine, and Larissa to share their reflections.
Whew, okay. It seems like just yesterday we were getting on a big yellow school bus. Wait, wrong speech. Good afternoon, everyone. We did it! As I look out at everyone, I'm filled with pride and gratitude. We spent countless hours navigating complex coursework, engaged in spirited discussions, and supporting one another through challenges, both academic and personal. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives, a culmination of hard work, dedication, and resilience. Each of us has faced unique obstacles along the way, balancing studies with work or family commitments, long nights of reading and writing, all while navigating the complexities of our own health and self-care needs. I try not to make assumptions about other people, including my fellow graduates, but I have to admit that there were times when I questioned why I didn't pursue a career that was simpler and paid a lot of money. I could have been a stand-up comedian. Yet here we are today. Together we have forged ahead, driven by caffeine, I mean passion, for improving the health and well-being of our communities. The rise of social justice movements, particularly in the wake of high-profile incidents of racial violence and discrimination, has brought systemic inequities to the forefront. Events such as the COVID-19 pandemic have highlighted existing disparities in healthcare access, economic stability, and social support systems. Vulnerable populations, including communities of color and low-income individuals and rural populations, have experienced disproportionately high rates of infection and mortality, revealing deep-seated inequalities in public health infrastructure. Increasingly severe weather events and environmental degradation have underscored how marginalized communities are often the most affected. Reports on environmental justice have shown that low-income neighborhoods frequently bear the brunt of pollution and lack adequate resources to adapt to the changing conditions. The widening wealth gap has become more pronounced during the economic downturns, with many low-wage workers facing job insecurity and wealthier individuals recovering more quickly. This disparity has sparked many discussions about living wages, labor rights, and equitable economic practices. The proliferation of digital media has allowed for greater dissemination of stories that can highlight these systemic injustice. Social media platforms enable grassroots activism and provide a space for marginalized voices. The same media proliferation has opened the door for widespread misinformation, elaborate scams, and sowing doubt in long-standing successful public health practices and sound science, like Dr. Hyman mentioned. These troubled times necessitate a collective response from leaders in public health and all fields, transcending political affiliations and ideological divides. The complexity of the challenges we face, ranging from health crises to social injustices, demand collaboration, and innovative solutions that prioritize the well-being of all communities. Leaders must come together to share knowledge, resources, and best practices. We must foster an inclusive dialogue that recognizes the interconnectedness of all issues. It is our responsibility as DrPH graduates to lead this charge in addressing public health challenges with a commitment to equity and social justice. We must leverage our advanced training and expertise to advocate for policies that dismantle systemic barriers and promote health for all, particularly those who are underserved or marginalized. Our role extends far beyond research and academia. We are called to engage with communities, listen to their needs, and empower others through education and resources. We must model ethical leadership by promoting transparency, inclusivity, and accountability in our work. I will close out my comments with a quote from an unknown author that I saw in Cape Town, South Africa at the Castle of Good Hope on my study abroad experience with storytelling and public health, which was wonderful. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break. And all things can be mended, not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Hello, esteemed faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Well, here we are after years of research, writing, late nights, and I agree, way too much coffee. It feels a little surreal, doesn't it? But also incredibly rewarding. I think as graduates, we can all agree that getting to this point has not been easy. There were moments of doubt, times when we may have wondered if we'd ever see the light at the end of the tunnel. But through it all, we made it. Today, we want to say thank you to the support of all of our families, our friends, and the amazing faculty who pushed us to be better, to think bigger, and to never give up. Today marks a significant milestone in our journey, one that reflects years of dedication, learning, and a deep commitment to improving the health of populations. This journey has really transformed me, not just as a scholar, but as a person. I've learned more than I could have imagined about my field, but also about resilience, collaboration, and the importance of never giving up. Now, as we stand here together, I know the challenges we faced have prepared us for this next chapter, where we can use our knowledge and skills to really make a difference. As new doctors of public health, we have not only mastered complex theories and concepts, but we have also developed the practical skills needed to address the most pressing health challenges of our times. Some of those challenges have been highlighted by Dr. Hyman. We are entering a world where the need for innovative public health solutions is greater than ever, from pandemic response to health equity, environmental challenges to policy development. Our work will shape the future of communities everywhere across the world. As we step into this next chapter, let us remember that public health is about people, those we serve, those we support and advocate for. We have the privilege, the honor, and the responsibility to use our knowledge to make tangible and positive change. So while this moment is the end of one chapter, it's also the beginning of something even more exciting. We're ready to take what we've learned and really make an impact. Let's lead with purpose. Let's collaborate with others and continue learning every day. Congratulations to us all, and here's to the impact we will make together. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to take a moment just to look around and savor this minute. Like so many of you, I have dreamt of today for a very long time. I want to take this moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of those in my community, both here at Georgia State and personally, who have supported and uplifted me throughout this transformative journey as a doctoral student. As I reflect on my experience at Georgia State University, the one word that resonates most deeply with me is transformational. This program has not only advanced my career and expanded my aspirations, but also fundamentally changed how I approach the world and my place in it. Obtaining a doctorate is no small feat, as anyone here can tell you. A practical degree like the DrPH goes one step further, demanding that we balance graduate school with family, full-time employment, and countless other responsibilities. This path requires more than intellect. It demands passion, dedication, grit, and the unwavering support of a community. The one thing that sets Georgia State apart is its incredible cadre of professors and students who rally around one another, propelling each other forward. My 2021 cohort exemplifies this spirit as they've coached, collaborated, and commiserated with me every step of the way. Although we each bring unique life experiences, we are united by a shared passion for public health and an unyielding commitment to health equity. My life is so much richer for having walked this path alongside all of you, those who are here with me today and those who will follow in our footsteps. In my very first class with you, Dr. Hyman, I recall having some of the most meaningful conversations I've ever had. Conversations that created a safe space for us to truly see one another and explore the value of diverse perspectives. These foundational skills became building blocks, expanding and deepening throughout the program. What I learned in your class, Dr. Hyman, I was able to apply in Dr. Cormier's class, where I contributed to writing a grant that supported tribal nations to implement a grassroots and community-led surveillance system. These experiences culminated in my work under the guidance of Dr. Frere, who recognized my passion for tribal health and encouraged me to follow it. This encouragement shaped both my practicum and dissertation, ultimately opening up doors to career opportunities I couldn't have imagined when I began this journey. Even in moments when I resisted your guidance, all of you faculty members, and that includes everybody here, I'm so grateful that you've pushed me to remain open, knowing that I would emerge on the other side a better scientist and a better leader. Today is more than a celebration of what we've achieved. It's a call to action for what we have yet to do. As Josephine said, milestone moments like this are time for reflection. The road we traveled here was paved with resilience, collaboration, and a shared belief that we can and we will make a difference in the field of public health. While we don't know what the future holds for our field, we know that based on our experiences here at this university, we are prepared for the challenges that lie ahead, and we will rise above any obstacle. Walking across this stage today as graduates of one of the nation's most innovative schools of public health, we step into a profound responsibility to create meaningful change, to champion health equity, and to inspire others to reach their highest potential. Congratulations to all the graduates today and to their families, including mine who are here with me, especially my two beautiful children. This was always for us. Thank you all so much.
Please join me in thanking Allison, Josephine, and Larissa, for those uplifting remarks. Now, the moment you all have all come for, It's time for degree conferral, so will the DrPH graduates please rise? By the virtue of the authority delegated to me by the President of Georgia State University and the authority vested in the President by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I hereby confer upon you and each of you the degree described in the official records of these commencement proceedings with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. You may move your tassel to the left. Congratulations. This time I'll invite Denise Gavea to the stage.
Thank you, Dr. Lynn. So now it is the time to individually recognize this year's graduates. We will proceed with the reading of the names. Graduates, when each of your name is called, please approach the stage with your dissertation chair for hooding. So we're going to go ahead and get the music started, and we are going to start the names.
That's what I told her.
We're almost there. There we go. Okay, let's proceed with the reading of the names. There's the music. Dr. Allison Bay. Come on. Dr. Sherry Maxey. Dr. Josephine Mende. Dr. Nikki Williams Singleton. Dr. Larissa Tunis. And one more round of applause for all of our graduates. Congratulations.
Let's give our graduates one more round of applause. Graduates, you joined more than 2,000 School of Public Health alumni and over 300,000 Georgia State University alumni. You and your loved ones supporting you along the way should be abundantly proud. Graduates, you're poised to make an even greater contribution to the urgent work of advancing public health across our nation and across our world. May you go forward with purpose, with confidence, and with a deep commitment to the critical work of improving the public's health. On behalf of the School of Public Health, faculty, staff, congratulations. This concludes our ceremony, but please join us for a reception celebrating our graduates. Thank you.